Well, I'm here at Springs Pond again, and oh my gosh, there is a lot of matted weeds over here. I was thinking I would test out the new ultralight baits that I have, but really wish I had brought like a trick worm. Actually, I have one on me, but I'm not sure if I can use the fishing rods that I have. But anyhow, I'm not going to be here long. It was really just to play around and see what I can do. Really shallow on this side. Whatever I'm going to cast, I'm going to have to move it pretty fast. So we'll see if I can do that. And I'm casting into the wind. Oh, had one. Well, I just caught one, and unfortunately I had a bad knot, so now I got to start all over again and see if I can catch another one. Caught it right over these weeds. Essentially I'm casting it, and as soon as it hits the water I got a reel. Of course now I'm not catching any. Casting here because I'm guessing that there's going to be fish in here. There was one, and so my hope is that they're tucked in here, and so long as I can keep it out of the weeds, they'll come right out and hit this thing. Guess I'm gonna have to try to cast it into there and then see if I can just drag it over. It's just barely inches. Oh, keeps picking up the grass. Little fish, bluegill, green sunfish, something pulled it. There we go. Oh, that's a sunfish. That's a chunky sunfish. Look at that. It's got eggs too. Okay. That is a nice, pretty green sunfish. And a chunky one for this pond. At least the biggest that I've caught out of here. Maybe the biggest that I've caught out of St. George. Not what we're looking for, but fun to catch. Oh, there he is. Right at the edge of the grass. Got one. There we go. Got a small little bass. It's probably about 9 inches. Caught it right outside of that grass. I did the thing of having the slider go over the top of the grass, and then after it got to the edge I let it drop down, and sure enough that's where the bass was. Let's see if we can pick up another, maybe bigger. And of course with the extra falling action that this lure has, I'm sure that helped tempt it to bite. Let's cast right into that same spot. Let's see if there's a second one in there. Okay, let's cast along this shore here, just to make sure that there's nobody hiding here. The little guy's smaller than this. There! Oh, nice one! Ah, look at that. That is a nice bass. Okay, there's a nice little bass. I'll do a little quick check on this guy. Keep him in the water. It's not huge, but it's always fun to check, especially since I have all my stuff. And we're looking at 11 inches. And let's lip him. Turn this guy on. Okay, zero it out, and 10 ounces. It's a good bass for an ultralight catch. Okay, let's see if we can let him go now. There he is. Nice little bass. Bye-bye. And that's what I was thinking I could pick up over here. Glad that I actually got one. Also proves my theory that this lure is not just a little tiny fish bait. I was concerned about getting it out of this grass because, again, I'm fishing with 2-pound line. The bass was 10 ounces, so that's not enough, but with its power plus the weeds, that could exceed my 2 pounds. Not that I would have to necessarily lose the fish, but I couldn't horse it in, and if it got stuck in the grass further out, then the best I could do is just snap my line to free it and hope that he can throw the hook later on. Okay, I got a rod behind me in a rod holder, so I have to cast sidearm, and it makes it a bit challenging. There, it's bluegill, I'm sure, or sunfish. Let's see. This is a bluegill. There he goes. Well, I don't know of too many other baits that would work effectively in all of this grass other than going topwater, and topwater at this time of day isn't going to be as effective. This seems to work fairly well. I just got to make sure that as soon as it hits the water, I'm reeling in. Let's see, what do we got? Bye-bye. We'll cast out into that nice open hole. Again, that fish was caught as I let it sink down into the hole. That's why casting far isn't as effective, because even though I can get it there, if I drop it into the hole, I won't get it back out. So, whereas areas like right here, I can cast to it, let it go down, and then hope that some fish will come out of that, the edge of the weeds. Oh, I got one. Oh, it's a bluegill. Yep, mouth doesn't cross the eyes, so nice guy. Bye-bye. That was a aggressive bluegill. Came right up to the top. They do that, but I was hoping it would be more of a bass. Now, if you're wondering, am I casting this lure intentionally so that I eventually catch a fish with it? That's not really the case. I can't think of too many lures that can do what this one does right now in this situation. I like casting all types of lures, and I'll use whatever works best. Right now, this is the one that I think works best over here. Could probably try to use a trout magnet. It's about the same size. The difference though is the trout magnet doesn't have any action to it, so the most that I'll get is anything that happens to be right there. If I use a honeyworm, it has scent to it, but then the bluegills are definitely going to eat it. And again, that's not what my target species is, so this one seems to be the best right now. And as far as scent, I could probably put some scent on it, but I just don't take that time. It's not that I'm opposed to scents, I just don't really use it because it's another bottle that I have to worry about leaking in my tackle box. And another little one. Bye-bye. Came right out of that weed as I was going through it. Not as big as the first one, but nice. Goodbye. Oh, he went all over the place too. Didn't know where he was going. Did I get something? Yeah. Oh. I thought I had the fish and I had the weeds. Let's get rid of this so it doesn't keep going on to him. Hello. There he is. Not what I'm after, but he's a nice little fish. Bye-bye. So, if you haven't been to Springs Pond, consider it if you're willing to remove a lot of grass from your lures, like every single cast. But there are some nice bass in here. For a short little trip that I was out here, caught quite a few fish, so that's also good too. It's just a challenge as far as having this grass so high up, but I think it's worth the challenge. Definitely a fun short little fishing trip, and unlike Upper Tawa, it's not just a whole bunch of small ones. Actually, that makes me think I ought to try out Lower Tawa again. So anyhow, hope you like this video. If you do, like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have any, and I'm looking forward to figuring out where I'm going to go fishing next. Right where I thought that one would be, in that hole, and I caught one of these guys. Reminds me of the ones that were over at Upper Tawa. But anyhow, you can just see that little dark spot right there. That's where he was at. That's where I was aiming for, and I let it sink down. Alright, looks like they gave up on the spot I was waiting for. At least I hope. There. What is that? Whatever it is, it just went into a whole bunch of grass. I think it was a bluegill. It's just that it weighs a lot with this thing. Oh, look at this. Ultimate makeover. Alright. It's a sunfish. Are you a green sunfish? Yeah, I think so. Oh, look at that. Get you free first. Get you back in the water. Nice little guy. Off you go. Well, that fish bumped it, so I'm guessing he's just a... Oh! Where are you? No, I thought he was a small bass, but it's not. There he is. He's nice. Pretty thick. Have a good one. I got something. And it's a bluegill. They fattened up since the last time I was here. There it is. Ah, that guy hit hard. He's a bit on the chunky side too. God, I love that backlighting on this guy. Check that out. That's pretty cool. All right. Ouch, he's spiny. Okay, there he is. See ya. There he is. Huh. I got my bass. Here he is. Whoa. Calm down. What? one last bass for the day. Alright, that was a fun day, and I got my other bass. Bye-bye.